Okay, so now we'll do SPM paper, maths. Come, let's see all the questions one by one. Okay, so this one question number 9. I start with number 9 because from 1 to 8, I already actually done with my other group actually. Earlier, the recording is up there, so you all can see. I'm not sure for Lee, I'm not sure whether you have my channel or not. Maybe later I'll share to you lah, so that you can see also one shot. So wait, number 9. Okay. Okay, so first of all, number 9 now. Okay, when you see this, what chapter, which form? Can you all identify where is this question from? If you can't see clearly, I can zoom. Always when we do questions, we must identify the chapter and the form first, so that the knowledge or the formulas from there will come inside to your mind. Any ideas? If you're blank, you can say blank, no worries. No, not the method, chapter. Which chapter is this question from? Chapter 10. Yes, correct. Which form? Very good. If you all answer, this means you know already very well your Form 4 Chapter 10. If you can identify, good. Okay, so Form 4 Chapter 10. Okay, so now we know Form 4 Chapter 10 is our financial management, right? Okay, so let's see together first question. Okay, so they say this person works in a hospital. No need to care this one. His monthly income and expenses are this one and this one. Okay, so can I ask you, sometimes people get confused with this kind of statement, especially when they have the word respectively. So can you tell me monthly income, is it they're talking about the 3,200 or 1950? Which one? Yes, very good. Means you didn't get confused. Very good, correct. Okay, so that one settled already. Okay, so he plans to buy a motorcycle cost 14,400 in a year. So 12 months. So remember you need to times 12 at the end, yeah, to find the value, okay? So now will he achieve the financial goal? So now is how do we actually prove this? Do you have any idea? How do we prove whether he can achieve the financial goal? Yes, I like that point actually use smart, but in this case you don't have to, because you see, right, the marks is only 2. Smart got 5 points, 5 marks, that means at least. So that's why they don't choose smart here. It's a short question only. Means we just have to show calculation basically. You have to depend on the marks also. And sometimes whether you need to use smart or not, the question will say justify by using smart concept. Sometimes the question will tell you that. So that is how you decide whether to use smart or not smart concept. So can you understand that point? Can, good. Okay, so now how do we actually solve this? You have this one monthly income, this one you have expenses. So what we're going to do is you can actually calculate the monthly income minus the expenses. RM3200 minus RM1950. So that you know what is the balance that he has, like the excess savings you learn in that chapter. This is something like excess savings. So if you press your calculator, you can get 1250. Okay, this one is per month, not 1 year, remember, per month, because it's monthly income and expenses. Okay, so now I want to ask you, this is the goal. So can we direct compare this value with this value to determine whether can achieve or not? Can we direct compare? Eh? You sure? See carefully. I circle again. Month, year. That's why I must read the question carefully. Don't rush. It's okay. So that's why we need to actually divide this by 12 because this is within 1 year, you know. So you need to actually divide by 12. So 1 year, 12 month, right? So 12 month, you get 14400. So 1 month means you need to divide 12, right? So can you calculate and tell me what you get for 1 month? Yes, very good. 1200. Okay, so now we can compare 1200, 1250. So can is it he or she? Wait, what's the name? Can he achieve the financial goal? But you compare? Yes, correct. Very good. Can. So can you tell me a suitable reason for this? Why can he achieve the financial goal? This one there's no fixed answer. It's based on your reasoning only. Any suitable reason they should accept. They just want to see the first answer only, whether it's yes or no is correct. Yeah, good point. He has enough money. Or in other words, you can put because he had the remaining salary can exceed the savings. So this is basically 50 lah. The excess saving he have here is 50. 1250 minus 1200. So this is what he has balance lah. So the answer they give here is you can say yes, he can achieve it. And then reason because remaining salary exceeds the savings. Or in other words, you can say like he has excess money lah. It's another option for you. He has excess money. This one also can. Okay, so this is the first part done already. So can understand? This is an actual SPM question. Clear with it? Next we go part B. Okay, good. Not bad. Good. Come, let's go question B now. Okay, let's analyze first. Okay, so now it's a different situation, not related with the top. This one is completely different. So Joseph is a young lecturer at private college. Okay, monthly income 4,000. Always try to circle or highlight in the exam these key points. Whenever you see a number in maths, just highlight that part so that you don't forget to add or minus it. Because sometimes a lot of info comes in maths, a lot of numbers. Okay, so during his free time, oh my god, I see my occupation now here. He works as a private tutor. Oh my god. Now I'm doing this with you. Okay, so this one 4,000 and then variable expenses 3,200 and then positive cash flow 1,850. So can you all no need to laugh. This one not private lah. Actually it's public already. So many people. Okay, positive cash flow 1,850. Can you explain actually what does it mean by positive cash flow? Can you define it? How do you define positive cash flow? You can tell short also, no need to be very long. As long as the meaning is there is enough already. Income, yes, I like your one actually, and also NC, correct. More money or income exceeds the spent money. Yes, very good. That's why it's positive. If negative means the spent money exceed the income, or you will have negative lah. Negative cash flow means you're lacking money. Okay. So wait, let me rub this off first for you all. So we solve down here straight. So sometimes you don't need to start directly writing the values. You can actually write out the information in the question and express it from there onwards like this. So you can write positive cash flow is 1850. So what does it mean by positive cash flow now? So part-time job, this is the income we don't know yet because they didn't tell the income over here. Okay, so positive cash flow actually come from the income minus the expenses, because the income has to be more. That's why the income minus expense, not expense minus income. Always the larger value minus the smaller value. Okay, so equal 1850. So we go down. Okay, so many stuff. Okay, so this one, okay, income is one now. We see 4,000, right? So RM 4,000 minus the expenses, RM 3,200. Wait, I need another variable also. Cannot minus that, right? Okay, so first of all, you need to put an unknown in this equation first. You need to put, okay, what unknown you want to give from the part-time job, the income earned? What you want to put here? Assume what? X, okay, very good, very common. Okay, so income means plus here, plus X minus the expense 3200. So you should get the answer here. So now basically is you find X. So on top here, you need to write, let X equals to this one, income earned from part-time job. Don't forget, because suddenly, if you suddenly go to this line over here, the examiner is going to think where the X suddenly come from. So that might cause him to like blur a bit while marking your paper. Okay, so make sure you put your assumption on top there. So you solve, you will get X equal to 1050. That's your answer. Okay, done already. Okay, understand? This is the income earned from part-time job. Slow and steady. One question done already. So far, so good. I think some of you might be copying the working. Yes, okay, good. How about Ensi? Can follow? Okay, good. Very good. First question done already. Now we go to number 10. This is the last question for section A, okay? Very famous. Okay, come. Okay, first of all, which form, which chapter? This one be careful, because there's two actually. One in form 4, one, okay, chapter 8, which form? Form 4. Okay, wait, let me think. This one is form 4. Is it form 4? This one is group data, because it's like this. I think you never learn yet, maybe, because now you all start form 5 only. So I think you never learn, but it's about the same lah. Form 5, chapter 7, I think. Yeah, chapter 7. Did you all learn this yet? I'm not sure, because it's quite far. But the concept is like your form 4 chapter 8, because you see got the mean, got the variance. Only thing is a bit different. So I think you all can still handle as long you know the formula. Okay, so let's recall the formulas first. Okay, so mean. So mean is actually the sum of the data over the total number n. Okay, do you all remember this formula still? Mean? But don't worry, if you don't remember also, it's actually provided in front. Just flip to the front of the exam paper, you can see it already. Okay, so now variance. Variance is square on top. So you will get sum of data square over n minus mean square. Still remember this? This like recap for your form 4. Thing all should be okay. So standard deviation now. Okay, standard deviation, what is the key thing we do now? How do we get the formula? How do we get the value of standard deviation? Yes, very good. Square root variation. Square root like this. Yeah, correct. So that is your answer. So these are the 3 key things you learn in Form 4 Chapter 8. Let me think. Is there anything else? No. Yeah, that's it. Correct. Other things is like your median all if you can find from Form 4 Chapter 8, but there's no formula for that. Your Q1, Q2, interquartile range, all that. Interquartile range. Anyone still remember formula? What is it? Just recap only. Forget. How about NC? Still remember? Oh, very good, lah you. Q3 minus Q1. Still very sharp. Correct. So, yeah. Okay, let me ask also. Q1. Q1, what do we do? What's the formula? Something like a formula, lah. It's not like a legit formula, but something like that. How to calculate it? If y'all can't remember, it's okay. You can still say can't remember. Because this one is not that famous a formula actually. Forgot. I shared to you, never mind. Q1 is actually 1 over 4 times N. Or in this chapter, we call it CF, cumulative frequency. Because Q1 is actually 1/4. 1/4 of 100%. Means it's the first 25% of your data. This is the value of Q1. Like this lah. If I ask you median now, Q2, can you all tell me how will the formula look like based on Q1? Follow this pattern. Yes, very good, Ansi. Not Q3 actually, Q2. I think you misinterpret the correct 1 over 2 times, and so I know you know Q3 already. Yeah, Q3 is actually its answer, 3 over 4. Good. Okay, so now we look at this question, just a small recap. So maybe you might learn a bit ahead from me lah. I just teach a few stuff first from here. So first thing, mean. Okay, let's see. Okay, so first of all, in this chapter, this one is about Form 5, Chapter 7 knowledge a bit. Okay, so I just introduced to you a new term over here, midpoint. Midpoint is needed to calculate the mean over here. Midpoint is like your x value in this formula. Mean is this formula, right? Your x value here is actually your midpoint. We call midpoint as x. So this is some new knowledge to all of you. Okay, so far can understand? Just take midpoint as like your x there. Okay, good. So now, how do we find midpoint? I'm sure midpoint is a very familiar word if you learned in AdMaths Form 4 Chapter 7 Coordinate Geometry. What actually is midpoint? Like, let's say I ask you for this data. Can you tell me what's the midpoint directly? I think this is quite easy to understand, although you never learn. See, you know already, very good, 42. That's it. So if how you get it is actually 40 plus 44 over 2, the average or the mean between these two. So that's how you get midpoint. So how about this class? We look at this class. Let's see what you get. Let me work. Okay, so 42, this one you get 47, 52, 57, 62, 67. So can you see the pattern? It plus 5, plus 5, plus 5. So you can see a pattern occurring from one midpoint to another. Okay, so that is one thing you need in your midpoint. Basically, that's it. You only need to find out midpoint over here. Other than that, no need. Others no need to learn yet. Okay, so let's solve now. So the mean mark, they say, is 55.6. Why I go and write like this? This one I need to teach you also, because the method how to find, maybe you're not sure yet. So mean is actually sum of x over n, right? Equals 55.6. Okay, so sum of x. Sum of x means you must take the midpoint times your frequency. Frequency is actually given over there already. You can see on the right hand side of the table over here. The number of students actually represent your frequency, all of this. So basically now they want to find the one unknown here, m. Okay, so this one is over frequency. The n here at the bottom is frequency, equal 55.6. So can you understand up till here how I show this formula out to you? Good. See, chapter you never learn also you all can understand. Means you all very good lah. Okay. So midpoint. So midpoint times frequency. So you need to do for every data means you're going to expect 6 times. Because you have, is it 6 or 7? 6 times plus all of the data. Because you know this is sum, you know. This symbol is called sigma. Sigma means sum for Greek alphabet. Okay. So you need to plus up all the product of the data. So it's 42 times 3 plus, this one you use calculator lah in the end, okay? 42 times 3, 47 times 6. Just take the midpoint of each data and times the frequency. Then plus the next one is 52M. And then plus 52M, 57, 16. 57 times 16. Quite tedious lah this process, so you need to be patient a bit because you have to do one by one. 62 times 10. So this chapter got a lot of disadvantage. If you get one value wrong, if your mean value is wrong, your variance wrong, standard deviation wrong, because all of that involves your mean formula. So you need to be careful in this chapter. Easy to score, easy to lose law mark. 67 times 4. Okay, so can you understand up till here how I do the timesing of all this? Can, good. Okay, so now over the frequency, right? Frequency is plus all this. So you can calculate mentally a bit. 3 plus 6, 9, 13, 29, 39. 39 plus M is the bottom over here. Make sure you show this all one by one, because this is where you get your mark actually. You need to not just direct calculate and put the value. Show one by one, although it's a bit long. Okay, so equal 55.6. So now is when you press your calculator lah. Okay, so can you press and tell me how much you get for these 5 numbers here? All these 5. Of course, this one here is plus 52M lah. 52M plus the number at the back here. I want to check. Because sometimes we can press wrongly also the calculator. Oh, calculator typing speed I like and see very fast. 2208 accurate. Correct. Over 39 plus M equals, what's the number again? 55.6. Okay, so now how do we actually solve for M? A lot of people actually blank here. They don't know what to continue with because your basic algebra is weak. So I want to test and see what's the next step. What do we call the method to solve from now onwards? If you all blank also, you can tell blank. Don't worry. Oh, you write out the whole thing for me. Correct. Yeah. So I know what you mean. The method is actually called cross multiply. Good. Means you understand. Means we cross both sides. This is the method name. Okay, so 55.6 bracket 39 plus M equals 52M plus 2208. Okay, so now from here, we need to expand this. Means we times the 55.6 inside both. So this one you have to press calculator again. This one you will get 2168.4 plus 55.6M equal 52M plus 2208. Okay, so from now is all your basic algebra. So you need to shift this one here and shift this one here so that you can find your M value. So 55.6 minus 52, you get 3.6. Oh, actually fast. Let me see also. Let me check for you. Correct. Yeah, m is 11. I just showed the full step. Equal 39.6. So down here, m equals 11. Good. So you earn the mark already. How many marks this one? Let me see. 3 marks. Oh, okay, not bad. Okay, so can understand part A? Both of you? Can. Oh, not bad lah. For a chapter you never learn, you understand one part of the question is considered not bad. Means now you all can go and teach your friends already this chapter. You can come their cikgu now. Private tutoring sessions for all your friends in Kedah. Okay, now part B. Do you all like have this mentor-mentee program in schools? Because it's quite famous as far as I know. Like mentor-mentee, I think you have heard before. Like one student teach another student like that. I feel like your school not yet maybe. I mind we go this question. Hence calculate the variance of the distribution. Okay, variance, we call the formula. Variance is sum of the square of data over n minus mean square. Okay, so this is the formula we use. So now, first of all, this is the catch now. N we know is this one already. Make sure sub your m is 11 inside here to calculate the total. And mean also we have here already. So now we need to know the top one only. Okay, so first of all, based on your knowledge in Form 4 Chapter 8, so now you have your midpoint, all the midpoint over here. 52, 57, 62, 67. Okay. So they say square. So you have this one and this one. So which one are you going to put the square? Very important question. Will you put square to the data or the square to the frequency? Frequency. Let me think. You sure frequency? Yes, actually correct. So how I prove this is, I'll prove this point to you. How do we actually know whether it's data or frequency? The simple way is you convert this is group data, right? You can actually convert this to an ungrouped data based on your midpoint over here. Just now I say midpoint here 42, right? And then they put number of student 3. So I can write 42 3 times. So if you see, right, 42 is actually being squared times 3 times. You try to calculate the value and see, you will get the same. It's not 3 square over here because the number of data is only 3. Ayo, sorry. The number of data still remains 3 only. That's why we cannot put 3 square. 3 square means 9 data already, but you only have 3 here. The 42 only is getting squared. So, Enzi can understand? Don't get confused here. A lot of people made mistakes, so it's quite common actually to give wrong answer for this one. Okay? So don't get tricked later on when you learn this chapter. Okay, so other than that, there's no trick over here. Only thing you can do wrong is careless only from now on. So 42 square, oh, this is going to be long. 42 square times 3 plus 47 square times 6. You can imagine the teacher have to check this one by one, every single data. 52 square times m is 11 plus 57 square times 16 plus 62 square times 10. This one be careful when you put in your calculator because got a lot of square. If you miss out one thing, square gone already. 67 square times 4. Okay, done. Over, I think the question told how many students. Oh, they didn't tell. 3 plus 6 plus m 11, 16, 10, 4, 50. Okay, good number. Over 50 minus mean square. 55.6 square. Okay, so can anyone tell me what's the final answer? Just want to see whether you can get it or not. Because if you get it, means you didn't make careless mistake. Oh, NC, accurate, correct. 42.04, good. Okay, so about the decimal place, sometimes people say like how many decimal you should put. The question never state, I feel it should be free lah. I think you can put 40. Is it exactly 42.04? Let me check. Because I scared later we got recurring decimal or what. Oh, it's exact 42.04. Means you have no choice lah. That's the only answer. But sometimes if you got recurring decimal, maybe you can put up till 4 decimal place. Recommended lah. Your standard deviation also same. Just try to give up till 4. Just in case if the teacher fussy with the decimal place lah. Okay. So yeah, this is the question on number 10. So we done section A already. So understand this new chapter. Do you feel like it's okay? Good, huh? See, I told you maths is simple only. No need to worry. Come, now we go section B. Section B is a familiar topic for you all. I think you all seen this before. So, okay. So now we try. Okay, which chapter, which form? This question. Very familiar, this one. I'm not sure if you learned this. Some of this might be new, but certain parts, the basic you learn in lower form already. Have you all studied Form 5, Chapter 5 yet? Your school? Don't know, huh? But this one Form 3, I think got, if I'm not mistaken. Your Form 3. I'm not, transformation, I'm not sure. Is it Form 2? Form 2 maybe. I think not Form 3. Or till Chapter 3 only. Never mind. You can still apply your basic from lower form. Because the question involves rotation, reflection. You all remember that, right? Translation, all that. Can still recall that, huh? How is rotation? How does reflection look like? Translation. Maybe, okay, now I test you lah. If you say maybe I test a bit. Okay, let's say. Okay. Translation 3, -4. Can you tell me what does this mean? I first ask the 3 lah. What does 3 mean? How do you describe the 3? Yes, it's X, but what does it mean actually? The description of it. Yes, to the right. 3 units to the right. How about -4? Yes, 4 units downward. Very good. Okay, so you understand translation already. This is how I check. Okay, so how about reflection? Let's see. How do I ask this? I draw a shape for you lah. Let's say, okay. Let's say the reflection axis is here. The axis is something like this. So can you roughly tell me how will the shape look like on the other side? I don't know how you're going to tell this actually. Wait, I put points for you so that easier, so that you can tell. Okay, can you tell me? Wait, does it work? This one. Okay, can you tell me this point on top, A, B, or C when reflect? Very good. A for Ashley. Hope you get A lah in maths since your name start with A. Okay, so this one, here, which point? Hopefully, yeah. C, very good. Not confused. Usually people tell B because they look on the left. Okay, down. Which point? B only lah. Nothing else to answer. Correct. Okay, so can you see? This is like a reflection. So this is reflection. Can you understand? This is how the reflect image look like. Good. So reflection done. Now let's try rotation. The new thing you learn in Form 5 is actually enlargement. Not that tough also. Okay, let me think. Rotation, how should I tell? Okay, we use point also lah, simple. think shape better. Let me see shape. I draw triangle, easy. Okay, so this is number 1, number 2, number 3. So let's say I want you to rotate 90 degrees clockwise. Can you tell me what is this point? Which number? Let me think first. I also need to think. Okay, what is this number over here? Rotate 90 degree clockwise. 3. Very good. Very good. Correct. This one? 2. Very good. So this one 1. Good. So NC can catch up this one so far. This one you need to imagine a bit. You need to like, I don't know, turn your screen 90 degrees. I don't know how you're going to do that. You have to turn your mind 90 degrees. So you can see the triangle like this. Okay. So let's go one more. 90 degrees clockwise again from here. Okay. So let me picture it first. Okay. Up. Here, up, down. Okay. This number over here. What number? Very good. And see. Correct. 3. This one? 2. Superb. Very good. So this one 1. Correct. This is your image. Done. Now last rotation before we come. This is 270 already now. Okay, let me see. Rotate like this, will come like this, like this, like this. Okay. Let me see. This number, which one? Very good. 3. How about this number? Very good. 1. You understand already rotation. This is how I check. The whole rotation you complete already. So good. Can understand rotation, everyone? Both of you lah, not everyone. Yes, good. So you check this already. So now I teach you enlargement. Then you can answer this question already easily. Let me see first whether this question involves enlargement or not. Let me check for you. I think got. Yeah, got. Let me teach enlargement a bit. Usually quite famous. Enlargement they like to ask. Okay, let me think. How should I tell this? Enlargement, you need to depend on scale actually first. So you need to like imagine a bit the length and that. Never mind, we use triangle. Triangle is a good shape to use. Okay. So let's say this is equilateral. Okay, equilateral, what does it mean? Can everyone tell? I mean, both of you. What does the word equilateral mean? Correct. Means let me just put it as 3 cm. Okay. So now enlargement is something like this. You're going to have a bigger triangle inside the small triangle like this with a scale factor. Scale factor is something you will learn. Scale factor means how many times they enlarge the image. Those who take photography or something, they should know this, I think. You all study physics, by the way. I think Form 4 Chapter 6, you all learn something. Let me share to you. Have you all seen this? Magnification factor? Magnification factor, does it recall anything? Form 4 Chapter 6, Light and Optics. You all heard this term? Forget. Never mind. I show the formula. I think you remember from the formula. Do you remember this formula? M is V over U. The magnification, that correct lah. This is something like scale factor. Formula like this only. Let me compare with your scale factor. Okay, scale factor we give the symbol K. K is PA prime over PA. Whenever you see the word prime, is it image or object? Can you tell me? When there's a prime on top. Does prime show image or object? Yes, correct. No need to put question mark. Be confident. Image over object. So this is how we determine scale factor. So now let me ask you. If your k is 0, you get a value of 0. Is the length of the object and image same or not? Yes means you mean same. I think yeah, same. Hey, same. Not how can you say no? It's wait. Hey, sorry lah. Why I put 0? Sorry. K is 1. I also confused. If k is 1, oh my god, I teaching you all wrong things already now. If k is 1, is it same or not? If k is 0, it's a different case lah. Yeah, same, correct. Means it's like 5 over 5. That's how you get 1, right? Okay. So how if k is greater than 1? Is the image or object longer? Which one? Is the image or object longer? Object. You sure? Image, correct. Because image on top. To get greater than 1, your top value must be bigger than your bottom value. Then only you can get greater than 1 in fraction. Okay, so like let's say 9 over 3. You get greater than 1 because you get 3. Okay, so this is the example. Okay, one more. K less than 1. Object or image longer? The length. Yes, very good. Never get confused. Correct. So you all understand already the scale factor thing. Okay, so another thing, let me see, do I have to tell that? Never mind lah, we go straight to the question. That one you all discover slowly when you go to the chapter. I don't want to put too much info now because it's a new chapter. Okay, so now let's say, this is the example I do. Right? Now I ask you lah. Okay, let's say the scale factor here is 3. Okay, so the scale factor formula I told earlier, image over object, right? So it's equal to 3. So now this whole thing is your image, remember. The whole is the image. Okay, so now I want you to find the length over here. Just this part only, not the whole thing. So over here, can you tell me what is your object length? Based on the diagram on top here. What is the object length? How you get pi? What you no not greater than 3. You don't need to put greater than 3. This one, just take directly 3. This is your object over here, this small triangle. The whole thing is the image. This is the object, the one originally I do. Remember, always the thing you draw first is the object. From there only you can get the image. Object to image, that's how it goes. Can understand? The original length is this 3 over here, all parts. No, not 90 degree. These are not right angle triangle. I think the pen is too thick. Wait, let me put a bit less thick. Sometimes it's like a bit confusing. Wait, I draw back for y'all. It's equilateral triangle. Because just now I asked 3, 3, 3, right? That's wrong. I think you all confused with this arrow over here. That's why. It's 60. Equilateral is 60, remember? Each angle is the same. Now can understand now. So this one I told earlier the length is 3. 3, 3, 3. This diagram may be slightly not that accurate lah, but just assume like that. Okay, so this is your object. Object length is 3, all of this. So now I want to know this length over here. Okay, so you can sub actually down here. Your object is 3. Image over 3 is 3. Means your image length is going to be 9 cm lah. Okay, so can I ask you now, is 9 cm going to be this one or this whole length over here? Will 9 be only the part over here? Whole, yes, correct. very good actually, correct. 9. This one will be 6 because 9 minus 3 you get 6. The whole thing become the image now for you. And the object is inside the whole image over here. Okay, so this is your basic for your transformation lah, basically. Okay, so can understand both of you? Can, good. So now we go to the question. From here, I expect you can do already lah. Okay, so wait, let's read the question. Oh, this one you have to refer to the next page, I think. List two pairs of polygons which are congruent. Okay, congruent. First of all, okay, what does congruent mean? Can you all still recall your lower form? What does the term congruent mean? Got two important key points to describe congruent. Don't know. How about NC? Don't know. So like I said to both of you. Okay, so congruent means the first point, it has to be the same shape. Means the two things that we are comparing now, the two pairs of polygons, both of them must have same shape. Second point of congruent is both of them must have same size. Shape and size different thing. Shape means like you compare triangle and circle. They are not the same shape. Size is within the same shape actually, like this and this. Okay, so don't get confused with these two terms. Okay, so can you understand the congruent term? Good. Okay, so now we see the diagram and let's see which one is congruent. Okay, go next slide. Okay, so can you all tell me which can be anything, anything in this whole diagram, which two are actually congruent? A lot of answer can accept here. You can tell any two pairs of polygons you like. E, F, G, D. Okay, one more. I have to check your pairing. E, F, G, D, A, B, C, D. No. Same shape, but not same size. E, F, G, D is this one. A, B, C, D is a larger one. It must be same size to be congruent. E, F, J, let me check slowly. Wait, let me think. Yeah, very good, NC, correct. This means same shape, same size. You can see they are like the reflection of each other. Reflect, no matter how, you will still get the same shape and same size because the lengths all will remain the same. Only enlargement, the length change. Other than that, all is same shape, same size. All other types of transformation. Okay, so yeah, good. Actually, you want to know a fun fact? The answer scheme actually gave your answer, you know, and I say you're wrong. NC's answer is not appeared here in my answer in the answer scheme for this, but NC is correct. Yeah, the scheme actually gave wrong, you know. So that's why don't trust the book scheme always. You need to go back to the facts sometimes. Okay. So yeah, so part A we done already. So 2 marks. Okay, so next one. Now we need to draw. So drawing on iPad going to be a bit challenging. Never mind. Draw the image of CDG under clockwise. Okay, now we are doing rotation. So we need to look back at the diagram. CDG. Let me see, where is it? Oh, okay, here. Oh, very small this thing. And okay, so this one basically, CDG is this one. So you want to go 90 degrees clockwise at center D, I think. Let me check again. Yeah, at center D. Okay, so we play with the numbers again, like just now. Then I know how your shape will look like. Okay, so let me think. I also need to think for a while. Okay, I'll plot first everything. So how to do rotation is basically you're going to make all the lines be 90 degrees. Clockwise means here, so you need to rotate like this. You have to imagine a bit lah. So, ayo, this tablet so sensitive. Okay, sorry. Okay. So this one, GD is like 3 boxes, right? Can you imagine this? Based on the diagram they gave you, it's like 3 boxes down, line GD. Can you imagine? Yes, can. Okay, so now I'm going to rotate. So 90 degrees, 3 boxes. So actually, if you do this on the paper, you can actually see it clearly lah. But wait, let me try. Need to be accurate here. Okay, this is how your first point will be after rotating 90 degree. I turn my head until one of the earphone come out already to see how the rotation look like. Okay, so one point is here. And then you have another line here also, remember. This line also going to kena rotate now. So this one is about, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. Can you imagine 6 boxes, the length? Something like that. You're going to rotate 90 degree clockwise now. So, oh my God, wait, I need to go down this one. So far, okay, I need to see whether you can imagine or not this one. 6 degree, 6 box down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's somewhere here. Wait, I think got some more down. Wait now, guys. Need to be accurate here. I think it's here, somewhere here, yeah. Because here is 3 boxes and here also is 3 boxes, correct? This is where it is. Can you imagine? This is where the second point is. So far, can? Can, okay, so 2 points done already. One more to go is which point? Oh, the point D itself. Okay, so now point D. Now you have to rotate it. So wait, let me check and see. Is everything correct? Oh, we already got actually. There is here there's triangle already formed. Just put the line down there. Okay, so now I need to ask you, this point is what? G or C? See carefully. This point over here. Very good, actually. Never get confused. G prime. Makes a prime, cause image. So this one is automatic C prime. This D actually, I think you don't need to put prime because it's combined with the object. So don't modify it, okay? So yeah, this is how you draw. Done. So yeah. Okay, can understand? This is part B. SPM question, this one. So you see, actually, SPM is not that hard also. People say hard only, but if you have proper guidance, then it's not hard lah. Okay, so far can cope. We go back to this one. Can, good. Your mental very strong, I think. That's why you can cope. I want to ask why G prime is located at that way. Oh, just now you told me G prime was there. What, wait. Here, because if you rotate this, right, this one is going to come here. You have to imagine. Not at 1, -4. Oh, 1, -4 is, wait, let me see correct. 1, -4 is 180 actually. If you go like this is 180 degree rotation. If they go on the same line, this one they're talking 90 degree, halfway only. Half rotation of 180. If 1, -4, you're correct if it's 180. Yeah. Must see the question carefully whether they want 180 or 90. Usually it's 90. They usually ask 90 degrees because 180 is easy to see. You just draw a straight line only. Okay. So this is the question lah. You see any other things over here? Draw the image. Okay, done already. Now we describe the transformation. Okay, so they say triangle BCJ is the image of triangle EFJ. Okay, again you have to see the diagram. BCJ is the image of EFJ. Okay, BCJ, this one. Okay, so I highlight for you. This one is combined transformation now. This one you need to know one thing here, one important thing. Okay, so I highlight this one here. BCJ and EFJ. So now your duty is you have to think of two transformations that can go from here to here. This whole thing is the image. They said BCJ is the image, whereas EFJ is the object. Okay, so can you think of two possible transformations that can go from here to here? You can see the shape is the same, but the size is changing. Can you think what are the two possible transformations occurring? Cannot think. I think you need to imagine. This one, your imagining skill must be good. Sometimes people hard to imagine. How about unseen? This one actually not your problem one. This one sometimes you're born like you cannot imagine. Sometimes I'm like that also. Sometimes if the diagram is in 3D, it's tough for me to imagine how it looks like. Never mind, I show you. Okay, so this is the, which one again? This is the object. This is the image. Okay, so first of all, can you see that you can reflect this here? This one reflect here on this line over here. Can you see this happening? The first transformation. And then can you see this? This triangle become this large triangle. What process is this? What the transformation you haven't learned yet, this one? Just now I told. A small one become a big one. Yes, actually correct, enlargement. So can you tell me the scale factor now? Image over object, right? Our formula. So image is this whole thing. Object is this thing. So can you calculate and tell me what is your scale factor? If you all can't see the numbers clearly, you can rub a bit. Wait, let me calculate. Is it 8? You sure? This one 3, no, this one 9. This one is 6. See carefully. Six over, yes, correct, 2. Now you got it. 6 over 3. 2. You have to count 9 minus 3. This line is 6. 6 minus 3, this is 3. That's why it's 6 over 3. So your scale factor is 2. Okay, can you understand how you get scale factor? This is one of the things you must describe in your answer later. You have to state what is the scale factor. Okay, so this is actually what we call as the center of enlargement. So why we call this center of enlargement? Because you see, all the lines here, all the points are connected with this one point over here. So can you tell me what's the coordinate of that point? This one? Based on the graph? Yes, correct. 3, 0. Very good. Okay, so that is your answer. That's how you describe actually transformations. Okay, so now I have to teach you one more thing also. Combined transformation PQ. Okay, so can I ask you first, which one comes first? Does the transformation P come first or Q come first? Just randomly guess. A lot will say P. If you learn this chapter, right, Q comes first, then only P. think opposite. Don't think like how normal people think. That's all I want to say for this one. Go from right to left. This is how transformation works. If you all want a simpler method to remember, can I ask you this one? Form 4 and Maths chapter 1, FGX, which function comes first? F or G? There you have it. G first, second. Follow same thing. Right to left. First side Q is first, P is second. This is the theory that describe it based on this theory. Okay, so this is how you understand combined transformation. I'm sure a lot of people won't know this method actually. This one I found out by myself. So yeah, this is my method lah. Okay, so this is how you do it actually. So first one is Q. So now we have to describe Q. So you have many options actually based on this diagram. So one of it is, as I said just now lah, another one you can actually enlarge first. You can see this triangle over here, right? You can enlarge from this one to this whole thing on the left. Then you reflect directly to this. Or you can reflect first, then enlarge. Got two options for you. Okay. So how we describe it must be accurate lah. Hey, how many times this earphone fall off? Okay, how we describe Q first, huh? So let's say I want to use the reflection. Okay, I think this one you all learn in the lower form. How do we describe reflection? How do we say it? Can you tell me the full answer based on the diagram I show you here? Where is the reflection occurring? Sorry. Which equation? What is the equation where we reflect for this triangle to this one? If you all can't see clearly, I rub a bit first. Don't know, never mind, I share to you. Okay, so you can see this is the reflection line. This is what we call reflection line. From this triangle, reflect to this triangle. So what is the equation if I draw this straight line like this? Can you tell me the equation? Do you know the equation? If you don't know, you can say don't know also. Because this one is lower form basic, how to form the equation for this one. If the line is straight like this, what is the equation? This straight line over here. Don't know. Oh, this one actually we call it x equals to 3. Whenever you have straight line, right, what is the gradient? Can you all tell me? A straight line vertical, what is the value of gradient? Yeah, y2 minus y1. But what's the value if it's vertical like that? Parallel to the y-axis. What will be the gradient value? You can randomly take any point also. Not one. You can randomly take points here and try to calculate and see actually. Let's say I take this point here, 3, 3. And this point is 3, 8. 8, if you use your gradient formula, right, you will get 8 minus 3 over 3 minus 3. What do you get now? 5 over 0, what's the value? Anything over 0, what do we get? Yes, very good. And see, undefined means infinity. So this is the value of gradient. Means in other words, you have no gradient for a straight line like this. So can you tell me what is the equation for a straight line? What is the normal equation you see so far for a straight line? After this we stop, buddy, don't worry, because I don't want to tire you all also, because like late already. So what is the equation of this straight line actually? I mean, what is the, what I wanted to ask? What is the general form for equation of straight line? Yes, very good actually. Y equals mx plus c. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I get x equals to 3. Okay, so first of all, your gradient value is 0, right? Just now we got all undefined lah, let's say. Okay, so 0 times x, what do you get? Do you have any value? 0, yes. Do you have y-intercept on a straight line? The c is y-intercept. No. Yes, very good. So you actually basically get y only. Y equals to 0. Means you have to just see your x value only. Means your x, you just read directly from the axis over here. X equals to 3. You don't have to write any other values because all other values are 0. Means you directly take the value where it intersects here. X equals 3 on the x-axis. Straight line is like that. Vertical. If horizontal like this, can you tell me what's the equation? If the straight line is horizontal at 4. Yes, very good, NC. You understand already. Y equals 4. If horizontal, we'll use y equals 4. If vertical, we use x. That's how it works. Don't get confused with the gradient formula that vertical is always y, yeah? And horizontal is x. In this case, you need to tell balik. Y is 4. One more thing that can help you understand. Okay, if the line is on the x-axis, what is the equation? Anything on the x-intercept, what assumption do we do? If you want to find an x-intercept of a straight line, let's say, what is the assumption we do to find the x value? If you don't know, you can say don't know also. Basically asking what is the equation of this straight line if it's on the x-axis like this. Yes, correct. Very good, and see y equals 0. So that's how you remember horizontal, you will get y equals something. And vertical is terbalik, x equals something. So that's how I remember. So always there is a proof behind it. Why is it like that? Okay, so this is how we solve this one actually. So I'll write for you the transformation here. Okay, so this one will be reflection in line x equals 3. Because just now the line is x equals 3, right? Okay, so that's your first transformation. And the other one is enlargement, right? So you need to write enlargement with scale factor. Make sure you state your scale factor. That's the important part. Scale factor of 2 and your center of enlargement. Like your center of rotation you learn in lower form, right? Here we have something new called center of enlargement. Center of enlargement is 3, 0. Ayyo. This is the complete answer. So make sure you have your scale factor correct and your center of enlargement. This is how they see the mark. Okay, so can understand now. This is one question done already. 10 marks, 9 marks. So good. So yeah, I think I don't want to stress you all further lah. Think yeah, that's it for today. So how? Not yet. I need to tell other things also. We can continue this tomorrow. I got maths class also actually. So if you want to come also can. So yeah, this is my YouTube channel actually. For I think NC might not know yet. Yeah, reflection in x equals 3 only. You can only reflect once, ma. You cannot go twice. You cannot reflect twice. It's like you in the mirror. Reflect once only. That is reflection. No. Y equals 0 is an example I give to understand why horizontal is y equals something and vertical x equals something. Don't get confused. That one is just an analogy only to remember. Okay, so for NC, this is my channel. Sure. Later I'll send the PDF to you actually, so no worries. There. You don't have my number, right? And see, I don't think maybe I actually can help to pass my number to you so that I can WhatsApp you easily lah. Yeah. Once you're done, you can tell me actually. Okay, good. So how was the session? Both of you okay? We did 3 questions, 3 chapters only, but is it useful? Can understand better? We did, I think, 2 new chapters or something. Of course, I am actually so glad I could actually do this actually. Like a random one with just 2 people I never done. Actually, I done once before, but this is the second time lah, with 2 people also. So yeah. So if later you have friends, you can invite also lah to join my later live session also for maths. And maths also I do actually. Okay. So yeah. So you all want to take picture or not?